what I used to do is when I used to just play the records and just stack them. So by the end of the night, I would just have vinyl just stacked like that, and then I'd go back in and this reverse. You know what I mean? Just so it would be easier that way.
I never stacked my records. I thought it would damage them.
It does. It ruins them.
Well, that's why I didn't do it. But
okay, I'm reloaded.
Jeff London, DJ Jason Smith.
Here come the pain.
When the sun goes down, the music turns up. A whole new world opens up behind the velvet rope. Join us as we take you behind the scenes of the nightlife world.
Are you ready?
DJ Jason Smith, Jeff London. I'm the promoter, he's the DJ podcast, live from Boston, Massachusetts.
All right, episode 40.
wow, 40.
40.
Damn, man,
A lot.
that's a lot.
We got a special guest today.
Yeah, we love it. My guy, Jeff's guy.
A lot of people's guy.
He doesn't need much of an introduction, but you could give him one.
No, he needs no introduction.
Everybody, our good friend,
Braun.
what also known as Bronski Beats.
What's up, man? What's going on, guys?
What's up, my friend?
Rocking the green for Celtics.
Wait, you guys?
Yeah, man. Apparently, we're in the finals.
Oh shit! I thought that was something else.
We are in the finals. It is game 3 tomorrow. First home game. Braun, you going?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to the big night live viewing.
No, that
tomorrow.
doesn't count as our pack. We made a pack a couple weeks ago. Said no matter what the cost is, we're going to one of these 2 games.
And then
I don't know, man.
the way my bank account is set up.
Yeah, I mean it's like, what is it, like $800 just to walk in the door at this point?
Yeah, I looked at. This is funny. I actually looked at the difference between the ticket prices at Chase and San Francisco compared to the tickets at TD, and the ones at Chase were 15 to 18. I think they're like 7 or 8 here. Yeah, they're about half the price.
I got to call Millie's to get the hookup.
I know we're gonna have to call a couple of favors in the next couple of days here.
He's in courtside heavy.
Heavy courtside.
Shout out to Millie's.
That's the Millie's dressing like a gang member.
I thought he was part of the
Courtside.
the coaching team. He was so close.
He's all iced out. Love it. Yeah, there's some. That's kind of like one of my favorite things is to see who's rocking courtside. You obviously have, your, I think Gucci's been there. I think he's Jalen's
cousin or
uncle
something, right?
Or cousin.
Yeah.
Is that why he's always there?
Yeah, that's who somebody.
I knew
Wait,
it
did you
was some
tell me that?
relationship.
Yeah. He's related to Jalen. We got obviously some of the Celtics and
the old timer guys.
Then
Yeah.
there's the Kraft
Perkins is always there.
Ortiz and you have like the bunch of those. But it's always interesting to see, especially I think Game 3, the finals in Boston. I think there's going to be some. What I've heard, some interesting.
Yeah, I think that's what I was wondering too. I had a conversation about this. Having the finals here, there's going to bring an influx of celebrities and people to Boston for sure that you wouldn't normally, see at a Celtics game. So it should be.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'll have a lot of.
You think Bird will make an appearance?
That's a great question. I don't think so. No.
What's up with Big Baby, like breaking his parole by going to like one of the playoff games?
That's how important they are. Bird would be nice.
He had to like stay in like 2 states, and he didn't. He came to Massachusetts, and he broke his parole for his insurance scam pending. I don't know. He got convicted already, or what's up with that?
I don't think it's over with, but yeah, innocent until proven guilty.
Yay.
That's what they say on cops.
Allegedly.
Rocking the Concept shirt as always, and Concept is where you DJ on Fridays there?
Braun does Fridays, yep.
Fridays, and Jason on Saturdays.
Yeah.
But Braun's got a sick concept for his concept set.
Give us a little rundown.
No, I want to make sure everybody knows that my good friend Braun live broadcasts from Concepts with a theme, mind you, not just in there broadcasting. He comes up with a theme every week.
I love that.
Well, it's just boring just to play regular. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's easier just to come up with a theme. And
I think it's a great idea, man.
Give me like 2 or 3 themes that you've done so far.
I did Best of Cash Money. I did
awesome.
all New Jack Swing. I did 90s Underground House. I did Yo MTV Raps.
That's a great one.
I showed up that one. Yeah, I got a T-shirt. He's giving out free T-shirts. Yo MTV Raps
T-shirts. Shouts to Frank the Butcher.
Yes.
For the hookups for the we did some T-shirts.
Frank the Butcher.
That's amazing. I know I got a lot of compliments. I actually wore it this past weekend, and people were loving it, man.
We did see it. So we do have a question of the week in this, and I've been noticing it a bunch too. And I don't know if it's just because I follow some guys on social media and TikTok and everything like that. But recently, I saw and they're asking about this, in which I put up turntables on the World Wide Web too, but selling records, selling turntables. I saw Cypher Sounds was
he's
moving,
been moving, so he's been using it on his Instagram, telling stories about stuff he's finding, and
absolutely,
it's good content. Cypher's funny, dude.
It's great content. But do you feel as though people are holding on to their record collection because it's similar to baseball cards in that aspect of something that you worked hard to collect and you think it's going to be worth money someday, or do you just do it, or you just can't get rid of them? And Braun, do you still have your records?
Well, before Braun answers, I think we brought this up Thursday. Him and I were talking about this, and Braun told me he did get rid of his collection, but in return, go ahead.
I got rid of some of my collection. I got rid of a shit ton of albums. Shouts to DJ 7L. He has an amazing record store called Soundtracks in Beverly, Massachusetts.
Nice.
And I gave him a lot of my albums just because I didn't play them a lot, but I kept all of my 12 inches and pretty much. But yeah, I got rid of a lot of albums just because I think that's what people are buying now is albums mostly.
Yeah,
really?
Singles are tough. I know Scissorhands sold his to somebody in Japan, I believe, for a lot of money, and they had to ship a container out to get it out there.
Wow! But you still have you have all your 12-inch still?
Yeah, actually, I played vinyl.
Thursday,
Jason came by at the W on Thursday. I was playing some 12s. It's just fun. I still play my records out. Mm-hmm. I'll still find some opportunity to be that guy, and it's just funny because people come and request songs, and you're like, well, I can't. I just have.
You just don't have it.
That's pretty dope too.
And I have all my 45s too. I kept my 45s.
And there's different versions of songs on 45s that didn't come out. They were almost like the maxi singles at that time, and one of the things I noticed when Braun was playing vinyl on Thursday, he was definitely letting songs ride out longer, and then you forget about pieces of those songs that never get played anymore.
Right.
So you're like, oh, that breakdown's so dope, and you don't hear that stuff.
Where's your collection?
In my apartment. No, there's 2 places, upstate New York, and the rest is in my apartment. And when I moved, that shit is not fun, man.
Yeah.
Moving that around is not fun.
Moving records is the worst. It's got to be the worst thing ever.
And I just started putting all them in the plastic wrap too. So
oh jeez,
talking about hundreds of thousands, 10,000.
You put them in plastic wrap?
Yeah.
For what reason?
What do you mean?
The sleeves. I put the albums in the sleeves, the plastic sleeves.
Oh, so wait, so you've literally exchanged all the paper sleeves with plastic sleeves?
Manually? No, I put the whole the whole record.
Oh, okay,
in a vinyl.
So it's you put the whole 12-inch in a plastic.
Yeah,
thing.
If you were to go to 7L's shop, all his records are probably in cellophane or the used ones.
That's
right?
actually good. I've never done that to any of my records. My records are pretty fucked up.
Well, you're also talking to somebody that needs all the album artwork for every song he has in his Serato too. So.
Yeah, you're one of those guys, huh? That's obsessive.
Meanwhile, I would never ever use that to look at that, dude. Because you know what it is, man. Back in the day when we took our records to the club, we knew exactly where each record was within those 5 crates.
Yeah.
By the album artwork.
Did you ever get hammered and just start going record, just start slamming them back, and then you wake up the next day and all your records are out of place?
Oh yeah.
I've sometimes what I used to do is when I used to just play the records and just stack them. So by the end of the night, I would just have vinyl just stacked like that, and then I'd go back in and this reverse. You know what I mean? Just so it would be easier that way than
Funkmaster Flex used to do that too.
Yeah, you just like stack them like that.
I never stacked my records. I thought it would damage them.
It does. It ruins them.
Well, that's why I didn't do it. But yeah. Oh, just stacking them on top of each other like that.
And you still have your turntables.
Yeah. Did you sell yours, Jeff?
I put them up there. I think I took it down. Nobody would. I put a price on it that was
kind of high.
Yeah, just
you like $10,000.
No, I understand why you did it, because you could, if somebody's going to take it for that, I would get rid of it, but I don't really want to get rid of it.
Correct. It wasn't. I need a price. I need to sell a price. It was. If somebody's really paying that much money for it,
yeah, why not? I agree with that, because I'm definitely not going to make that offer.
They are coming out with brand new multicolored techniques.
I heard that, yeah.
1200s. They come in yellow, red, green, white, black, silver, gold.
Really?
And they look pretty dope. And I think a lot of them are like pre-sold already, but
I did see that, the pre-sold. Yeah, they were hard to get. Braun, you go to Braun's place and he has like a round table of different DJ setups. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, but currently I don't have any turntables, because I have like different turntables at like 2 different places in Boston that I just keep there because they use them. So I have no turntables at my house, which is insane.
Wow. I didn't notice that. There was just so much going
crazy.
on.
Well, that was a great question of the week, as always.
Yeah, I want to get rid of my record collection though. I'm okay with getting rid of it now. My problem is I'm thinking in my head, I'm not holding on to them like they're baseball cards, like you were saying. I just don't think there's a demand for what I have, because mine are working records, so they're beat to shit. The bottoms are the bottoms of the artwork, like whatever it's fucking called, is like ripped out because the record hit so many times being shipped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd have to sell to a DJ or somebody like that.
Yeah, they were working records. They're not like mint condition. Like, you know.
I saw what Cypher had. He had some stuff still in plastic. I think some of them were worth a lot. It was like it was Reasonable Doubt in plastic.
Yeah, but there's just difference between me and Cypher Sounds. Cypher Sounds was getting all those records for free. I was paying $5.99 per record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's the difference between DJ and now and then too. These kids pay zero money for their records. I had to pay for each song that I had. And if I wanted a house record at that point, the only place to get house music was Satellite Records. And for some reason they were all imports and they were all double the price. So I'd go to Satellite Records on Bowery and there would be $10 a pop.
Yeah, dude. They had a Satellite Records in Boston.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right near Biscuit Head.
There was some real weirdos work there. It was great.
Oh, that's a special kind, especially like that era.
Did you work there?
I never worked there. But no, I never worked there. But you know, you would make the rounds. You go to Satellite. You go to Biscuit Head. You go to Newberry.
Right.
You know, and there was like a bunch of record pools in Boston at the time. What was there? Mass Pool. Yep. There was Indie Pro.
Yeah, there were a lot of.
Remember Crates? Static Selector had like him and what was that called? It was just called Crates, right? They had a record store in the South End. It was
with Eddie Q.
With Eddie Q, yeah.
Oh, you were telling me this story before, I think, Jeff. Yeah,
and his son Moneybags is running it. Shotgun Moneybags.
Yeah, and I remember going to all my record pools and being like, "Dude, I need Def Jam. Like, I don't need another copy of fucking Slip and Slide. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like."
But like the thing,
can I get a Jay-Z record? What's going on?
The thing with Cypher is, he probably got rid of all his working records, and those are just the multiple demos that he got. You know what I mean? Right. He was going through and he was showing off his dub plates too. He's got mad dub plates too.
Oh, Bobby Condors does that too. Shout out to him.
Oh, I love Bobby Condors. You know,
Wasn't there always a rumor that Funky Fresh Records had a dub plate? You can make like dub plates in the basement. That was like always the rumor, right?
There was a rumor that.
Where
I don't
was
know if
this
it's true? It was in
Jeff,
it was in Roxbury.
You ever go to Funky Fresh?
Yeah, of course, with Rusty and and then I would go there, and then the other reggae store was like Sagittarius. What was it called?
Oh my God, Sagittarius was
No,
called.
what was it
That'd
called?
be so fire.
It was like it was Taurus Records.
Oh, you knew it was like a sign. Yeah.
It wasn't Gemini
Skippy
Records.
Whites.
Gemini. We used to have a Gemini mixer.
We did, and it turned into American DJ.
Wait. All right. So
And of course,
go ahead, Braun.
I was gonna say, of course, the super famous Skippy Whites as well.
Yes, Skippy Whites, definitely.
What was your first mixer? That's a good question.
Mine was a Gemini.
Gemini was yours, Braun.
I think I had a Scratch Master. Yeah, it was the first mixer I had. Gemini Scratch Master. But I never had the one that had the sampler on it. And, everyone had the one that had like the 2-second sampler on it.
Yeah, it had
That
like
was-
four like buttons.
Yeah, but then if you unplug it, the samples go away. It never stored.
they
the
never
sample.
stored.
Yeah,
Yeah, it didn't save.
it didn't say.
I can't. I don't want to say what my first mixer was
What was
because,
it?
it was a house mixer I got from a nightclub first. But my first real mixer was the Realistic from Radio Shack.
Wow.
Wow.
And then I went to Newmark after that. I had Newmark mixers.
I went Gemini. Realistic, Gemini,
They were good, yeah. They were cheap, too.
Newmark. The one with the wood panel on the side or the front. There was a blue one that had wood paneling on the front, and it was probably like this big.
I never had that one.
I think I actually have a recollection of that mixer as well.
I had that in a beeper. The mini in the to do your transform and scratches, you had to actually turn the line phono back and forth.
Hurley, what was
Yeah.
your first mixer?
I only had a controller.
Wow.
DDJ 400.
Sheesh. Sheesh.
My mixer sold. The store doesn't even exist anymore.
Like, what's your first mixer? Pioneer 900. Yeah. Super lit.
Nexus 3.
So another thing that we've been talking about since we have, I guess I'll call myself a DJ.
Oh, you could do that. I seen him rip a couple records. He tried to take my clout the other day.
Jeff is 100% a DJ.
So, which a lot of people give us feedback on the show, and I think it's important that having you on here, Braun, is taking it to the next level and how DJs become just from a bedroom DJ to a club DJ to now the next level where remixing comes into play, production comes into play. Like, I know that you have been in that scene for a long time.
He has, yeah.
And how it went from DJing to starting production to remixing, where other DJs are playing your songs and making more of a name for yourself by having DJs play your song.
He's talking about like edits, how like some of these kids are putting out edits nowadays, or like bootlegs.
Honestly, like we were doing edits for a long time, and no one really cared until AM started playing our edits, and then
who's
you know what I mean?
It's just Blade Runners you're talking about.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if that's kind of how it. You got to get like other DJs to start playing your things. You know what I mean?
Support it. Sometimes you'll find on SoundCloud they'll say,
it's just like it was like that, and then like
yeah.
Crooklyn Clan took it to like a whole nother level where like people were downloading a lot of like you know what I mean. Like, just think of all like who were the top 5 like Crooklyn Clan guys like back in the day who would just make like thousands of edits who would just like make a
Beat
lot of
Breaker
money.
for sure.
Beat Breaker and like those type of guys. But it's just like too the technology is so easy. Like to make your own.
We couldn't do that back in our day. Yeah.
It was a lot harder back then, so there was
blends.
a lot less people doing it. You know what I mean?
So give us a run. So Blade Runners decided to make an edit of a song. Now, how did it get in the hands of AM? Was this pre-Serato or during?
No, it was during Serato. It
Yeah,
was like-
edits
it was-
couldn't
it was
be
Serato.
probably really been done before pre-Serato because they'd have to be burnt to CD. That's the only way you can actually play 'em.
No, because they had didn't you guys have vinyl?
Yeah, we actually pressed vinyl.
But that was hard. It wasn't as easy to do as it is.
But
now.
that was just more just for like promo and doing something cool. But like, we would just give someone a CD. I think CDs were like back then.
CDs
that
where
like,
it was. Yeah, the easiest way to actually play them in a club.
So how to get it from you making that edit to AM's hands to AM playing it?
Probably just like going out, shouts to my man Mike B out in LA. He was like kind of like an in between guy who like we had known. I mean, I've known guys like Five just from like
and like Kevin Scott too.
You know, working at Land Speed and working at Traffic and having those relationships with those guys.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's kind of like like they were just like all a bunch of old school nerds that ended up being kind of like Vegas DJs.
Yeah, we all are though. At the end of the day, we're just cool nerds.
Yeah, but it's you know, and then you just kind of like, oh, what is we play this? What's that? Like, oh shit, like oh, AM wants that. You know what I mean? It was like that type of thing.
And we used to.
He loves that.
Did you send it to him on your Sidekick?
What's that? Yeah. I was like, yo, listen to this on my Sidekick. It was crazy.
That one speaker. It
was good because you know we got to DJ Banana Split like a couple times.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean?
I love that. And back then we used to share collections of folders with other DJs. I think that was a little bit more then than it is now. We used to be like,
I never did that.
Really?
Hells no.
You never traded records with somebody?
Hells no. You know how like when Serato first came out, you know how hard it was. You know how hard it was to get like a real serious collection, like all your shit like into one hard drive.
Well,
when Serato first came out.
Yeah, I went through that. Scribble gave me like a long whole catalog, and I'm still deciphering through that shit.
Well. Yeah, that's probably a lot of shit.
Well, I needed Serato like the next day. Like I had a gig that needed Serato for some reason, and Scribble was like, "Yo, take this. You'll be fine." Just dumped all this unorganized, labeled music. Oh my god!
And he only plays AIFF files. I know that.
Now he does, but back then we didn't have that option though because they were still like 128-bit MP3s.
What's AIFF files?
It's like a WAV file. It's like MP3 is like kind of like low bandwidth.
Yeah.
This is like full, like super high quality sound.
So it's AI. So it would go MP3, AIFF, and then WAV.
I think AIFF and WAV are kind of like
almost
similar.
the same. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
it's just like different formats.
So nobody would play an MP3 right now.
Well, everyone says that, like, especially if you have like a huge club with an amazing sound system.
Oh, 100%. I know this for a fact.
You'd be playing AIFF. Like, it just sounds night and day. Like, it really does.
I remember my first big gig at the Borgata in Atlantic City, playing a big room like that. I remember playing Nelly Furtado record, and it was like 128 like bit rate, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I was wondering why the difference between 320 and 128 in a big room like that is huge, man.
Yeah. Hurley, you on the AIFF or whatever?
I would say a lot of my music's actually MP3s, but I make sure that it's 320 kilobytes per second.
You have to. It can't have anything less.
Yeah. Because back then, iTunes was like 120. Like,
yeah,
even iTunes you couldn't even download 320.
When I heard Braun play 2 weeks ago when he was playing vinyl, the quality, dude, there's nothing that sounds, the quality of how that sounded was amazing. And I remember I would always hang out with Static and everybody at Tony Toka's party at a Sutra Lounge. And one night, Marley Marl, I think it was Marley Marl. I can't remember who it was. One of the, I'm sorry, I just having a brain freeze. But they played an all vinyl set in that room, and it just sounded so amazing. It was so different, dude. Live vinyl sounds so much better than a computer.
The bass bumps,
dude. It sounded so good in that spot the other day, Braun. It really does. Vinyl makes a huge difference.
It does.
Did you play on their system, or you brought some stuff in?
Yeah, well, it's like a mixture of like their system, and then I bring in some other speakers
just to get some like low end in there.
Well, yeah, I got like two. I bring in a couple subs just because you gotta get the subs rocking.
You need to feel it in your bones, man.
So let's get into that. So new DJs trying to make the names for themselves, getting up to the next level. Is that, you think, a avenue for people to start doing edits and distributing that? I know one of our guys,
Rivas,
yeah, has that. Was it Sean Paul?
Yeah, Temperature and Satisfaction.
And a lot of people started playing that.
Oh, yeah. Huge guys.
I mean, it's just an easy tool to promote yourself. You know what I mean? If you get something that's kind of popping. I mean, look at half the guys at DJ now. Like, they had like one, like, kind of like almost who's the guy who sampled the Cherish loop?
Oh, A-Craze?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, that song became big, and now he's like he's good.
Yeah, but he made zero money off that record.
Yeah, but it's not about that. He's getting booked like crazy.
Yeah, that's where it comes in the back end. Excuse me.
I mean, no one's made any money selling records for like 15 years.
No, that's very true.
Yeah.
But that's the power of like a good edit that somebody really likes that you can play out. Like, you know what I mean? You'll get booked. Like that dude's probably like in a
Beat Breaker.
right now.
I think it just changed Beat Breaker's like career too. It's just brought so much, notoriety to his bootlegs and edits that it helped raise his career. Like those edit packs people put out. DJs put out edit packs instead of putting out mixes as demos. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
The only reason I made edits was because I didn't like the way that the record played. It didn't fit my style, so I would make an edit to have it fit my style.
Got it.
Or I would like I had at one point in my career, I had the probably #1 mashup in the world, which was All I Do Is Win over One by Swedish House Mafia. So the reason I did this bootleg was because I wanted to really play the Swedish House Mafia record One, but it didn't have any vocals. And at that point in Nightlife, in open format DJing, you couldn't really play a house record that had no vocals or anything in it. So I couldn't play an instrumental. So I tried to find a way to get people to enjoy it that they didn't know the song. So I put All I Do Is Win by DJ Khaled over One by Swedish House Mafia, and it just blew up, man.
Now, what's the difference between edit, bootleg?
I don't even know the answer to this question.
Braun?
Well, I mean, a bootleg is just something what he just described. He just.
But why is that not a mashup, though?
Well, I think mashups are bootlegs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what I thought.
I mean, a bootleg is just, a bootleg is just what you just described is you just described DJing, right? You just take a,
That's true.
Yeah.
You take a beat, you put an acapella over it, or you know what I mean. That's just what we do.
But I love. That's why I came up. I came up with blend tapes. Ron G was like one of my favorite DJs ever, and Dirty Harry. I loved blend tapes, so to be able to do that, manipulate it, and make an edit for nightclub is great.
I think the bad thing about people only playing other people's edits is like, where's the originality? Like, where do you fit in? Like, I get it. You're playing all these things that other people created, but like, you can do that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's why I do it. I make edits that help me play a song that normally wouldn't fit within my wheelhouse of music and make it fit. Sometimes there's great bootlegs and they just go in a direction that I don't like, and then I edit that part out and take it in a direction that I do like. And I don't really release them, but
DJ Clutch is really good at that too. I mean, he's been kind of doing that
forever.
For a long time.
He's been doing it. He's one of the key guys you were talking about earlier on Crooklyn Clan, I believe.
And he's quick. He sends me he's like, oh, check out these edits I did. And I'm just like, damn, it's just like it's a lot of stuff, man. Like that dude puts a lot of work in.
Yes, I didn't.
Shouts to Excel too. Excel has some. Excel just sent me a pack of like all types of crazy stuff. Like that dude's.
Oh, and it's always different stuff too. That's why I like his and the other dude, Doc Adam
Hell
too.
yeah.
Doc Adam has some really Jim Sharp out of England too.
Jim Sharp
in it.
I play a lot of Jim Sharp.
Jim Sharp edits in it, bro. Big mind team.
Very dope. And of course, Nick Bike is just like
that guy is
the messiah of everything now. Like
I know.
Even like Jazzy Jeff will be like, yeah, I just play all Nick Bike edits. Like for my entire set.
I love that. I have a bunch of edits that I found. They call them actually reflexes, and they like just totally disassemble like a song and like recreate it in a different way with the original melodies and shit, and it's unbelievable.
That's pretty dope.
You're pretty dope.
Braun, what game the Celtics winning it all in?
What'd you say?
What game they winning it all in? They taking it in 6 or what?
I got Celtics having to win in 6 is what I'm saying.
We're gonna win it at home.
Like we have to win in 6. Like I would like it if we just took. I mean, I think we're gonna take Wednesday, no problem. But we need to take Wednesday and Friday. And I think if we could do that, it's over. We're in really good shape. We win the next 2 games at home. I mean, it'd be really hard to beat us.
Yeah, I'm still a Knicks fan.
I'm a
Celtics fan now, boy.
I mean, you might as well be. Being a Knicks fan is like it's
like
been a tough 20
years.
Yeah.
Braun's a Nets fan, right? You're a Mets fan.
I do enjoy.
Do you like wearing the hat, or do you like the Metropolitans?
Well, when I was living in New York, I went to a lot of Mets games.
They're way easier to get to than Yankees.
My girlfriend was the owner's wife's esthetician.
Well, that'll help.
Wow.
We got a lot of free tickets. Yeah,
You think?
The esthetician, though. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's sick.
She popped her pimples and all of that. You know what I mean?
I see the pimples.
Administered the Botox. You know what I mean? Put the fillers.
She has
in.
all the dark secrets.
Yeah, she knows about the back knee.
I used to love going to Shea because I lived right next door to it. So we used to go to the games. It'd be like they couldn't fill those seats. It'd be like $6 tickets, like behind home plate and shit.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. And and they're actually pretty good this year.
I love the Yankees. I'm a Yankees fan to death, but the stadiums are totally different. Mets Stadium is more family orientated, and I believe Yankee Stadium is more corporate. Like,
and it's also full of maniacal fucking assholes that are like literally the worst fans. They're animals.
So are Bostonians.
No, they're not. If you go to a Red Sox game and you have a Yankees hat on, it's not a big deal. They'll be like, hey, take that hat off or whatever. Like I went to a Yankees game.
Oh, they don't play over there.
A girl,
no.
It was a dude screaming at, like, calling her a whore. Calling her a whore
because she had a Red Sox.
She had a Red Sox hat. She's like, "You're a fucking whore."
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I was like, "Bro, like, what are you doing?"
I mean, come on.
What do they do? Like they were throwing the balls back this year. Like they're like the war. Like Yankees fans are the worst.
We're the
they throw
best.
shit. They throw shit on their own field. Who throws shit on their own field constantly?
Yes.
Who throws a bottle and shit on their own? Who trashes their own field?
I agree.
Y'all haven't won. You're talking about all the time, like, oh, we won these championships. When? In the 50s and 40s? Y'all still bragging about winning in the 40s? We didn't have to play against any Spanish or black people? Oh, yeah, great job. Fantastic job, guys. What is you won one in this decade?
I love getting Braun fired up. Love getting Braun fired up.
All right, see you guys later.
Listen, I like the Yankees. The Yankees hat is cool. I will give you that. When Jay wears it, when you wear it, it looks really cool. But
thanks.
Come on.
I got it on my knuckles. It ain't going nowhere.
No one is more overrated than the Yankees.
Come on, that's my team, though. That's my team.
Agreed.
But I will enjoy myself a Red Sox game. I don't care. That park is unbelievable, man. Beautiful park.
So, Braun, what do you got coming up? What's new in Braun's world?
What's new in my world? Shit. I wish I was prepared for this answer.
Good question, Jeff.
More edits, more bootlegs, more W Hotel, more concepts.
Plug
the concepts thing and where they can see it on Mixcloud, please. I think it's a great thing that we need to get out there.
Mixcloud. It's Concepts Music on Mixcloud every Friday at 3:00. Go check it out. It's my live stream,
and it's fun. And he looks really cool doing it.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
In a Boston hat or a Celtics hat.
Always. We got some cool things coming out with Czarface. Shouts to 7L and Esoteric.
I love
Czarface.
that. I love that.
With Wu-Tang member Inspector Deck. And we're going back out on tour with Jedi Mind Tricks finally again.
Wow, dope.
As COVID is over, so I'm gonna have to deal with the maniacal Jedi Mind Tricks fans, which are basically like the same as like Korn fans.
Yeah, I could see that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, like that type of like underground hip hop is more like on some like hardcore punk rock shit than it really is like hip hop shit. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Wait, have you seen the you posted something the other day about the Sex Pistols show? Did you watch that first episode?
I did. Well, I watched the
Hulu.
It's not a documentary.
It's FX, right?
Oh no.
No. It's on Hulu though, but it is FX, and it's like a documentary series on its actors.
Reenactment. Yeah,
but it's really fucking good. Some of it's bullshit because I actually know a lot about the Sex Pistols. Oddly enough.
That's amazing.
But I watched the whole fucking season in one night, and I stayed up till like 5 a.m. It's a good watch. You should go check it out.
Yeah, I want to check that out. Definitely. Cool, man.
Well, Braun, we appreciate having you
my
on
guy.
here.
We're gonna have Braun on more often.
A lot more often.
Yeah, but
for his knowledge and wisdom and
I'm out here.
His friendship, his niceness,
Boston fandom. We just love it all. So
yeah,
appreciate you, Braun.
knowledge reigns supreme over everybody.
Yo, where can they find you on your social, bro?
I am at Bronski _beat on Instagram. I am at Bronski _beat on MySpace. My Friendster is Bronski _beat as well. And yeah, so any of those.
Cool.
But I mostly just stay on the MySpace still. I think that's gonna make a comeback.
Me too. I still got my mixes up there.
So definitely check that out. And word. Thanks for having me, fellas.
Of course. As
love,
always.
love.
Peace.
Yeah, man.
Big shout out to Braun.
Yeah, my
Bless
brother.
us with his knowledge.
Bless big man team.
We're gonna have him on a bunch. He's just a legend and a wealth of knowledge. But thanks for tuning in. You can catch us at I'm the promoter. He's the DJ.
Yes.
You can catch Jason Smith at
I am Jason. Oh shit! I did it again. I haven't done that in a long
Wow.
time. You can find me at Jason Smith Music on my IG and everything else. Jeff London _.
Thank you once again for listening. Shout out to Hurley.
Early.
Peace.